This message is just for you. You are good enough. This is the episode for you. Even if you're primarily self-studying your language, I just wanted to come in today and remind you that you don't have to do this alone. I get this question a lot. When we're studying primarily on our own, when we're not attending classes, we don't have a tutor, when we don't know a single native speaker of our new language in our hometown, how do we avoid loneliness? And I also get this question from people who are surrounded by other language learners, because there are plenty of people who attend conferences with 100+ students who still feel lonely and who long for an actual community that aligns with their values when it comes to choosing who's going to join them on their own language learning journey. And even people who love self-studying can find the process actually quite isolating at times. Because the more we shut ourselves off from other people who are on the same path as us, the more we find ourselves wondering if we are the only person who finds a certain thing hard, or if we're the only person who isn't making progress using a method that everybody else just seems to love. So even if you want to study alone, just remember you don't have to do the whole journey alone. And you don't need to force yourself into social situations that you don't like or feel comfortable in either. You just need a plan to connect with the right people in the right ways. You need a plan to find the support that you need and to get the sorts of support that will lift you up and not drain you. So to give you some ideas, it might be that you'd really like in-person language meetups, or it might be that you're better off with online ones. It might be language exchanges with people that are learning your language, or it might be finding a language accountability partner, so meeting up either online or in person with someone who's a native speaker of your language and studying the same language as you are. And that's really good for when you really want to talk about the process and the methods. Or it might be a step back from that. It might be following people on social media and sending them occasional messages, commenting on other people who leave them comments. It might be lurking or just reading and not commenting at all on forums and live streams. It might be watching videos and commenting there, or it might be joining online conferences if you find that that drains your social battery less. But also figure out what sorts of conversations you want to be having. Do you want someone to compare apps and methods with? Do you want to geek out on the grammar of your new language? Do you want someone to actually practice the language with? Or is it more that you're looking for someone to check in with every week, just to keep you both on track and offer some encouragement? Because then it might be that your ideal person isn't even a language learner, it's just someone who's also got big goals and also needs someone to keep them on track. But whatever it is you want, whatever you feel is missing in your language journey, there are people out there who want that too. There are now so many communities, meetups and language events, both online and in person. And there are so many individuals putting themselves out there through social media to connect with language learners like you. So don't keep those thoughts in your head. Don't tell yourself that studying is a fundamentally lonely pursuit, because it really doesn't have to be. Figure out what you need. Figure out what you can afford to give without feeling exhausted or anxious afterwards, and go from there. Do whatever feels right to feel less alone. And if you would like to support my work and meet some of the most wonderful, creative, multi-passionate and mission-driven linguists along the way, I would love to invite you to take a look at my Patreon community. The link is in the description below. I offer a monthly meetup so that you can meet like-minded language learners and talk about language, productivity, and the world. And depending on what tier you choose, there's also the option for weekly co-working and co-studying so that you can get a whole load of accountability and you never need to study alone. And if you have a question for me, I also offer a monthly Q&A so you can get personalized advice to help you on your journey. Our next meetup is Tuesday the 25th of June, and I would love to see you there. I hope you have a truly wonderful and productive day, and I will see you back here tomorrow.